Okay, hey man, it's your boy Sarge, man. I got interrupted when I first tried to start this out with housekeeping, but I'm at a hotel, man, safe and sound. Just got off the road last night, I want to say about 6 or 7 o'clock West Coast time. So I'm here in Northern California, safe and sound. Thank you guys for all your prayers, for all your support, for all your cash apps, man. Thank you guys. Again, I can never thank you guys enough for all the love and support that you guys give to us on the platform here at Iron Elite and I-10 to the end, man. But anyway, so your boy decided to make this trip to the West Coast. People say, Sergeant, you're making it for an MC function. Or, Sergeant, you're making this trip for the Iron Elite program. Sergeant, you're making this trip for Coast to Coast. Sergeant, you're making this for a number of things. And man, I probably want to say yes to 99% of it. But this trip, man, was different. This trip was not a trip where I was blazing a trail down the highway. This time, man, I actually called this one the smell of roses tour. And what I mean by that is I wanted to take a trip, man. I had a couple weeks of PTO that was available to me, so I wanted to take the time to really kind of ride my motorcycle and reflect of all the beautiful things that's happened to me in my life, all the great things that has been presented in front of me. And also, man, to do something that I love doing. I really do love riding motorcycles. And this time, I wanted to mix that love of riding motorcycles with that love of this country and seeing different places. So unlike my normal things I've done over the years is, point A to point B, and back home. Woo, that was over. Thank you, God, I'm safe. This time I wanted to take my time. This time I didn't want to. Man, I got to pound out 1,000 miles a day. I want to pound out 800 miles. I want to pound out 1,300. No, didn't want to do that. I actually just wanted to ride and enjoy riding. And if I chose to do so, stop, grab something to eat. If I chose to do so, stop and look at things. And if I chose to do so, stop and film things. I did some things at the beginning of this ride that I normally don't do at all. I actually took some pictures in front of some state signs. That's something I normally don't do. I see a state sign and I run right past it. This time I wanted to stop and do it. I know some people think, Sarge, man, that's silly. Why are you doing state signs? I don't know, man. I just wanted to do it. It was fun. It was cool. There's no problem with it. People do it all the time. I can understand why some people get bored of doing it. They've done it so long. They've did 48 states forever and ever and ever. I get it. But it was just one of those times, man. I wanted to share some things with our viewers and our group, man. So that's why I did it. Again, to get to the West Coast, I was not on the time schedule. Was not. I chose to take the 80 because the 80 was something, the highway I don't normally travel unless I'm specifically going to, I don't even do it then. Because when I go to, was it 80? I think 80. When I go to Kansas City and St. Louis, I think I take the 70 going to those places. Yeah, take the 70. So I normally don't try the 80 at all. So I wanted to give it a try. I wanted to hit some different states that I hadn't hit before. But today, man, woke up, got my coffee. Next thing I thought about was getting the bike detailed because, hey, man, it seems like the bike runs better when it's clean, man. So I took it over to a local shop. I think they call themselves Monkey Audio and Motorcycle Repair. Forgive me, fellas, if I messed it up, but man, they're a great group of guys. That it looks like a family operation, man, but a clean shop, a sharp shop down there. As a matter of fact, you guys check out my short, man. I did a quick short on the actual business itself. It was in downtown Stockton, California, man. So shout out to those guys. They took good care of the motorcycle, cleaned the motorcycle like a charm. It only cost me $50, man. Complete detailed job, man. So they did an awesome job on the bike. The bike is clean. I know Sarge is gonna get dirty. Yeah, I know, man. But damn it, I want to look clean right now. So this is where we're at. I'm gonna do some activities this evening and some activities tomorrow. And I'm looking to get back on the road early dark Sunday morning. And then I'll, of course, start working my way back to the East Coast, man. But for everybody out there, man, I just want to say this one thing. And there's going to be more to come on this. So I didn't want to do it all in this one video. I got a chance when I was waiting on the bike being worked on. I got a chance to talk to some real motorcycle riders, some ground pounders, some yonder go getters, some long distance guys. And it's funny how we shared stories and we talked about different stories on different highways. It's different strokes for different folks, man. And as we talked about, what was significant about the 10, what's significant about the 20, the 40, the 70, the 80, even the 90, what's so significant about the 5 and the 95? What are some tactics and things that you guys use when traveling on certain highways? And I'm going to get into it with our next video, man, but it's very intriguing. So you guys stay tuned, man. I got a lot to talk about when it talks about riding cross country. There is some real business decisions that you have to make on the highway, and if you don't, it could be detrimental. It could be detrimental if you don't. I'm gonna share this little tad bit, and I promise I have more to come in all the briefs and the videos that it was a time as we were riding across from Salt Lake City to the Nevada state line. There were times out there, the Salt Flats, and coming up the summit, and I thought to myself, we're talking some 200 plus miles of desert, nothing but desert and mountain rocks, and weather patterns are all over the place. There was mountains that actually had snow cap on it, and it was 90 degrees in the desert. But I'm saying all this to say, when you're traveling like that in a piece of real estate or land like that, you have to really be on it. You have to really trust your bike. Because I thought about that. If something went wrong out there in the middle of that desert, you better have a plan. Because they had gates that was not gates, but fence that covered both sides of the lane, the outside of the lane and the median. So it was impossible for, say, for instance, if you had to turn around, you couldn't turn around. You had to ride a certain amount of miles down the road to make a U-turn. And oh, by the way, as unauthorized vehicles are not able to make that U-turn in the median. But with that saying, if somebody had to come out and get you, it could be a possibility they might have to drive 30, 40 miles past you to come back to you to get you. When you're out there in the desert or a situation like that, you gotta have a good machine that's been really maintenance, and you gotta have a really good emergency plan just in case something happened, a tire blowout, whatever. Do you have water on the bike? Do you have snacks on the bike? Do you have protected clothing on the bike? Do you have a floppy hat or a safari hat to protect yourself from the sun? Do you have sunscreen? Do you have lip balm? Do you have these things to be able to survive for a pocket of time until emergency help can get to you? But we're going to talk about it more and more, but you guys please put in the comments what you think about what I talked about, because we're going to be talking about this more in detail. How do we navigate certain parts of the country at certain times? How do we truly prepare? It's not enough to say, well, I put this and this and that. You got to really have a strategy. How do you plan for your gas station stops when you know rural towns might be 100 plus 200 miles in between? How do you plan and how do you get yourself prepared for the worst, but at the same time praying and hoping for the best? So hey man, that's my time. I got to get off this video because I got things to do. Again, thank you to everybody in my Iron League family. Thank you to everybody in the I-10, to the N branch of the family. Man, thank you everybody for supporting us and what we do on the platform. The Sergeant Life and Motorcycle, or the Sergeant Life and Motorcycle YouTube channel is blowing up. Thank you guys. I encourage you guys. I request of you guys humbly to continue to pass on the channel Sarge Life and Motorcycle and the YouTube channel, man. And if you hadn't done so already, subscribe to the channel, man. And in the meantime, in between time, y'all keep it motorcycling, you dig? Peace.